Hey everyone, Michael Mowbray here. I just wanted to share a new tool that's really speeding up my workflow and making me very happy. It's called EVOTO or EVOTO. I think it's EVOTO. Call it whatever you want. It's EVOTO. And it's a quick retouching software using AI that I think is really darn good and allows me to go through headshots and senior portraits and things like that very, very quickly. So I just want to run through, this is an actor headshot and how quickly you can do some fairly interesting retouching things right in EVOTO without ever touching Photoshop. I've already retouched this, so I know what I'm going to do, but I wanted to run through the process with you guys. One nice thing about EVOTO is you can create your own presets that cover all the different things, like how much blemish removal you want, how much skin softening, all those kind of things. You can do it broken out by male, female, child, all that kind of stuff. You can save it under your own presets. But the newest version of EVOTO now has some really good presets in it that I find for some things I just start with those. And this is an actor headshot, and one of the keys to an actor headshot is you really shouldn't over retouch them. Now, we can go down a tangent and say you really shouldn't over retouch anything, but you can't like really seriously do over retouching for an actor or an actress because they need to look like they look. You send this to a casting director or an agent or whatever, and then you show up and you look way different than your photo. It's like, there's a lot of Photoshop going on there. So we want to make him look good, but we want to make him look like himself. He's a good-looking kid, too. So I have found that a good starting spot is natural over here on the left under the presets, natural 01. It's just going to give you kind of a natural retouch look. So before I click that, I'm just going to point out some of the things I want to get taken care of. It's got like a little bit of a mustache here. I think let's really lessen that. Just soften some of these smaller freckles and moles. We don't want to take them all away. It doesn't really have much for eye baggage here. We've got some lines over here by the nose that I don't think need to be there. A little bit of stray hair here, and we got some rumples on the shirt. And it's like, well, surely you can't do that all in EVOTO. And it's like, well, yeah, actually you can. So let's get cracking on this. Let's just click on Natural 01, and we could be done. We seriously could almost be done right here. Come in tight. We still have some texture in the skin. You can still see some pores in the nose. But I think I'm going to go in and up here where it says freckles and acne, we're just going to take a little more aggressive look onto that. That's pretty good. That's pretty darn good. I mean, we can come in and change the brightness of his eyes if it's not bright enough. I don't want to make the eyes overly bright, though, because, again, that just looks fake. Under skin retouching, we can change how smooth that is. Maybe dial that down just a little bit. It's a little bit better. Face skin smoothing. Yeah, actually, I'm going to leave that down about 0. That's pretty good. We can add a little rosy complexion if we want to. We can unify the body complexion. I mean, there's just so many things you can do here. You can pick your skin color. You can change the color temp. I'm not having to do a lot of that stuff. There's a lot of other videos out there to show you how to do these things. I just want to show you just how quickly you can get to this. I mean, this video is going to take far, far longer than it would to take me to do this entire retouch, which took me maybe 2 minutes, and that's because I was doing some liquefying. So, dark circle, we don't really need to address that because you didn't really have it. Matter of fact, I'm going to probably pull that back just a hair, just so we get a little bit more definition there, and I think we're pretty good. Now, what's new in EVOTO that I love is there are some tools, and I'm going to go right over to those, and I'm going to grab the healing tool. Now, the healing tool, I can zoom in tight here. I can press my space bar and move around, and I can just go bloop. Oh, look at that. Stray hair. Stray hair be gone. Stray hair be gone. Get rid of that. Stray hair be gone. Not bad. I may want to take this into Photoshop anyway, but maybe I don't have to, It's nice when you don't have to. I mean, I'm also not trying to give him helmet head, so a few stray hairs here and there. I might even crop off the top of his head after headshot. You want to get it in nice and tight in frame. It's coming through and get rid of some of these things. Okay, he's got some, I don't know if it was just the angle of the light or if he's got some lightness in his hair or whatever, but, you know, let's see if we just go over top of this, what happens. Huh, look at that. I just didn't like how the attention was being drawn to that area. Same thing here. Same thing here. And still looks pretty dang natural. Let's get rid of that one. I just didn't like how bright that was there because it was pulling some attention. Let's pull that in. All right. What do we got here? I got a little freckle on the lip. That's the kind of thing that would be covered by makeup. Let's get rid of that one hair, that hair. I mean, the healing brush in this is actually really quite good. Freckle on the ear, small things like that. I mean, that's trivial kind of stuff. Okay, so we got that. I think that looks pretty good. Could do a little bit more. Maybe we do this one right here. I don't like the tangent with the eyebrow. Done. Okay. Now we got that. We click OK. It saves all the healing stuff that we did. Oh, shoot. I saw one more thing right there. So let's go back. Let's go back to our healing brush. And I lost, there it is. Lost my cursor for a second. Okay, now we're okay. Now, I want to get rid of this bumpiness here. So we're going to go to liquefy. And keep changing the size of the brush. There's going to be a few rumples in a shirt, but they were drawing attention. Again, we don't want things that are going to pull attention away from the face. And some people probably would go a little crazy with this, making the shirt look perfect. I just don't want it to be pulling attention, so they're just trying to get these things smoothed out. So it has a little natural bumpage. I would maybe come in and just spend a little bit more time there, but we're doing pretty good. Oh, look at that. I left a couple of spots here. So we'll click OK. This is a very natural workflow too. It's like, oh, yeah, shoot, I missed that. Okay, so let's come in here. And of course, I'm losing my tool. Don't worry that you lost this because it's changing to a different tool. So just for the preview, it's showing you where you're starting for the healing brush, but it's going to all go back once we save that. Okay, I think we're pretty good on little spots. Look, see the liquefy came back. Boom. Awesome. That's pretty much it, guys. Before, after, before, after, before, after. And yeah, it took me like 8 minutes to show you guys how to do this. Again, I would be doing this in under 2 minutes. I'm all good with this. I click on export. It exports it out. I can get it as a JPEG. I can get it as a TIFF. I think I can get it as a PNG too. Most of the time I'm exporting out as a JPEG because that's what I'm going to end up using for either printing or sending to the client or whatnot. So very, very simple. I find it's extremely fast for headshots. You can do background extractions. As a matter of fact, let's just do that just for fun. I mean, we're keeping this background for this client, and I've already done this and processed it for him. So I'm just going to go into background adjustments, and let's give him a black background. I mean, a white background. Done. Look at that. Look at that. If you need some edge adjustments here, sometimes when you've got like black along here, especially if you had a dark background, that can get a little funky, but that's pretty dang good overall. Let's see, let's change it to brown. We adjust the edges a little bit. So, you know, very, very cool stuff. Very cool stuff. We can get a transparent background here too. So, very cool. Really suggest you check this out. I've got free credits for you to use, so there'll be a link, and check that out and get a chance to test it, and hopefully you'll like it.